Hello, everyone. Let's talk about snake oil and spirituality and psychology. What I want to discuss comes from the past. In the past, namely at the US and other countries, some salespeople will try to convince people to buy snake oil because this was supposed to be a sort of a miraculous product that would improve lots of things. Namely, it would be like a panacea to heal people from lots of different ailments. And of course, this was fake, and sometimes actors would mix and would apparently get miraculous healings out of consuming snake oil, or they would testify that snake oil had healed them in a high degree. And so sometimes poor innocent suckers would buy it. The scheme was presenting testimonies, all sorts, theatrical ones, and convince people that this was the real thing. And this is still around, namely in psychology and in spiritual areas. Lots of people still like to accomplish things, namely health, namely whatever kind of psychological or spiritual improvement without effort. They want to go to some place, go through some sort of miraculous procedure and get almost instantaneous results. Sometimes they want to go to a weekend and come out of it enlightened. They want to know about the mysteries of the universe in an effortless way. They want to become sometimes, indeed, better human beings without effort in a fast way. So lots of people nowadays, they are selling people devices, procedures, hocus pocus kind of things many times that will allow us or them to accomplish amazing things. Like you can get rid of your anxiety that has been visiting you for decades in 10 minutes or over a weekend. You will get a lot better from your depression with miraculous procedures. You'll get deep healing, you'll get transformation, sometimes even transmutation without such a big effort. We see that lots of people, even when they go to the gymnasium, they want to get muscle fast. But then there is some teaching we get anyway from the gymnasium, because there, even with consuming some products that help building muscle, even with protein, sometimes with the very dangerous steroids that some people use, they still need time to build muscle. They get there faster, but they need commitment. They need prolonged effort. They need to go there and they need to do an effort. And they need some expertise, some advice, some development about how to do it, to avoid damage to their bodies, how to make a progressive weightlifting, how to improve flexibility, how to become faster, and so on. Now, this is an important teaching because I would never say that there are no interesting techniques around, that there are no better ways for someone to learn or to make progress with meditation, with focusing, with inner development of all sorts, with psychological development, with an increase in joy, well-being, and so on. What I say is that we know, namely from studies about how to build muscle, but then how to build brain muscle, that there is indeed neuroplasticity in our brain. We can change the workings of our brains, but it takes time and effort. Again, from gymnastics, we know that some people, they like the idea of staying lazy over their couches, watching TV, and getting some toning of their muscles out of electrical stimulation that stays there doing the work. It sort of might work, still taking time, but then they are not getting the benefit of neuroplasticity in their brain. When we stimulate our brain with intentional, aware exercise, we get some brain development. We get the production in our brain of new neurons. This does not happen in the same way if we are just passively stimulated. So we know that our brain gets a lot more development, even physically, when we manage the brain in a very conscious, intentional way, and sometimes with a prolonged effort. That brings a special kind of inner reward and satisfaction. We feel and we know that we are rebuilding ourselves with time and effort, not instantaneously. There are indeed some episodes in life of people where sometimes with psychedelics, with deep inner experiences, with deep meditation, with out-of-body experiences like in near-death experiences, they do get something faster, but then it implies like a very fast rewiring of the brain. Lots of new information coming in. This is not the rule, might happen anyway. But then it takes again time for people to change their ways, to change their attitudes, their habits, to readapt, because now they get some massive difference, but it takes time to do something with this difference. Again, this idea of no effort, of getting sort of miraculous fast results, is something that lots of people use to sell their products to a population that is living in a modern society that does not seem to like effort. It wants immediate, fast rewards. This is used to sell products, all kinds of products. But this does not help us developing a deep spirituality and a real deep psychological health. That portion takes time. Can be faster, slower, but still needs time, needs to be built, needs commitment, needs awareness, expanding awareness. It needs self-knowledge. It needs knowledge about the world or the universe. It needs transformation, even transmutation of who we are. It's like changing the substance of our bodies and our minds. And to accomplish that, we need time, commitment, consciousness. It's not just a fast thing. So, snake oil, namely psychospiritual snake oil, might be tempting, but it will not get us anywhere.